Florida was once the ultimate retirement fantasy for millions of Americans. Today, that dream is unraveling faster than almost anyone expected. In just 9 months, more than 180,000 homes have been listed for sale, the highest number ever recorded in the state's history. Home prices are sliding, insurance premiums are exploding, tourists are fading away, and cities that were once marketed as paradise are now becoming the ground zero of what may be the largest housing collapse in the country. If you're in your 50s or 60s, if you own property in Florida, or if you ever imagined retiring here, this video is a direct warning. What's happening isn't confined to Tampa, Orlando, or Miami. This wave can reach your city far sooner than you think. This isn't about fear, it's about foresight. I'm here to help you recognize the wave before it crashes. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 5 cities now standing at the edge, along with one unmistakable sign that this collapse is already spreading. While most people are still distracted by beaches and sunshine, the real market is sinking quietly, inch by inch, day after day. Number 5. Tampa Bay. Once celebrated as America's retirement haven, Tampa Bay is now turning into the epicenter of an economic shockwave. The sunlit streets that once represented Florida pride now feel strangely empty. For sale signs stretch endlessly along salt-scented roads, and each afternoon, instead of waves crashing, there's a heavy silence. The sound of families desperately trying to escape what was once called the Sunshine Paradise. Just 3 years ago, Tampa Bay was the dream. Affordable homes, beautiful beaches, warm communities. Today, that story has flipped entirely. In Shore Acres, homes that once sold for $500,000 are now listed around $420,000, stamped with 2 chilling words: as is. No repairs, no guarantees, no hope. A 68-year-old woman recently broke down on live television saying she no longer had the strength to move. The image of her standing knee-deep in floodwater spread across the internet, a haunting symbol of a Florida sinking not only beneath rising seas, but beneath growing despair. Falling home prices are just the beginning. What terrifies residents even more is the explosion in homeowners insurance, rising from $3,600 in 2020 to over $7,000 in 2025, nearly 3 times the national average. Major insurers like Farmers and AOA have exited the state entirely, leaving thousands of homeowners uninsured, unable to sell, and unable to refinance. In hurricane country, living without insurance feels like sitting on a ticking time bomb. Mortgage rates above 7% have only worsened the pressure. A $500,000 home that once required a $2,000 monthly payment now costs over $3,200, far beyond what most retirees can manage. According to Redfin, median home prices in St. Petersburg have dropped more than 12% in the past year. Days on market have doubled. Sellers fear further losses. Buyers wait for deeper discounts. The market hasn't stalled due to lack of money, it's frozen because confidence has vanished. But Tampa Bay's struggle goes far beyond real estate. Canadian and European snowbirds, once the backbone of Florida's winter economy, are gone. Tourism revenue has fallen nearly 30%, and more than 35,000 hospitality and service workers have lost their jobs. Restaurants shut early, hotels sit half empty, Airbnbs struggle to find guests. When tourists stop coming, incomes fall. When incomes fall, spending stops, and housing prices take yet another hit. Living costs continue to surge beneath the surface. Tampa property taxes are up 9% in just 2 years. HOA fees have doubled. Utilities, groceries, and basic necessities all cost more. A retired couple in Carrollwood shared they now spend over $900 per month on food alone, excluding medicine, fuel, or insurance. "We left New York to live cheaper," they said, "but Florida costs more. The only difference is here we live with hurricane fear every year." People are leaving. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the number of residents leaving Florida rose 17% in 2025, with Tampa Bay among the hardest hit. Younger residents are moving north, while retirees head to Tennessee and Alabama, where costs are lower, weather is manageable, and flooding isn't an annual threat. A reverse migration is underway, something not seen since the 2008 housing crash. At this point, the issue isn't numbers anymore. Tampa Bay has lost confidence, the invisible but most valuable asset any economy has. When people believe prices will keep falling, they stop buying. When they believe a place isn't safe, they leave. And when confidence disappears, a city begins to feel hollow. In late July, a short Bloomberg interview went viral. Asked why he wasn't investing in Florida real estate despite SpaceX's expansion, Elon Musk laughed and said, "Investing in Mars is safer than buying a house on Florida's coast." The comment drew laughs, but for industry insiders, it landed like a warning siren because it struck directly at the heart of Florida's crisis: collapsing confidence. Tampa Bay remains beautiful, but behind the scenery are empty homes, exhausted homeowners, and retirement dreams washed away by the tide. A place that once symbolized the American dream now proves that no paradise is immune to reality. What do you think? Can Florida recover, or is Tampa Bay just the first crack in a collapse spreading nationwide? Share your thoughts below. And if you want to keep uncovering the real truth behind U.S. real estate, subscribe, because next we're heading to Cape Coral, where the blue water dream is quietly fading under the sun. Number 4. Cape Coral. A city drowned by water. That's how residents now describe Cape Coral, once praised as the Venice of Florida, a haven of turquoise canals, gentle breezes, and peaceful waterfront retirement. In 2025, that nickname has turned bitterly ironic. The dream still exists, but the water keeps rising, and fear rises faster. Cape Coral once embodied the American promise: affordable waterfront homes, morning boat rides to the bay, fishing in the afternoon, warm sunshine filling the golden years. Then came 4 disasters back to back: Hurricane Ian, Hurricane Debbie, a housing price storm, and an insurance storm. Some natural, some are man-made, all devastating. This June, Zillow's map of Cape Coral glowed red. More than 6,000 homes were listed for sale, double the number from 2023. Quiet neighborhoods like Flamingo Bay and Pelican Boulevard are now lined with signs reading "For sale," "Reduced," and "Cash only." One real estate agent summed it up quietly: "We're not selling homes anymore. We're helping people escape their debt." Insurance was the first blow. The average premium now exceeds $7,000 per year, triple what it was in 2020. Major insurers have exited the region, leaving thousands unable to renew coverage. And a home without insurance is a home that can't be sold. One homeowner shared that storm repairs and insurance costs alone drained their entire retirement savings this year. They wanted to sell, but prices have already fallen 20%. Stay, and they live in fear. Leave, and they lose everything. Cape Coral has become a chessboard with no winning moves. As the economy slows, tourism, the city's lifeline, has dried up. Canadian snowbirds are down nearly 20% in just 1 year. Canal-side restaurants that once overflowed in winter now sit empty. Airbnb hosts slash prices by 40% and still can't attract renters. With tourists gone, jobs disappear. Across the Gulf region, more than 35,000 hotel and restaurant workers have been laid off. What makes Cape Coral's collapse so unsettling is that it's still beautiful. The sea breeze still drifts through the canals. The sunsets still burn crimson. Seagulls still cry at dawn. But beneath the beauty lives an invisible fear. Living costs rise like an unstoppable tide. Property taxes up 8%, utilities up 15%, HOA fees doubled. A household now needs $5,200 per month to live comfortably, while median income sits near $4,000. Retirees who once believed $3,000 was enough now count every bill. Boats are being sold, cable canceled, supplements cut. Others simply give up. Drive down Yacht Club Boulevard in the afternoon and you'll see it. Boats still docked, but no one aboard. Homes still lit, but filled with silence. Cape Coral has become a city where people live only while waiting to leave. One story shook the community. James Mulligan, 52, a former NASA engineer, posted a video of himself leaving the canal-side home he bought 20 years ago. He said, "I've worked in space, but I've never seen anything collapse as fast as this housing market." He locked the door, left his boat drifting quietly behind him, and drove away. The video went viral not because of who he was, but because thousands saw themselves in him. People walking away from dreams just to preserve peace. Cape Coral didn't die in a storm. It died in silence. Homes lost value one by one, bills crept higher, residents packed quietly and left. A dream built on sunshine and water dissolving into empty streets with no buyers left. If you're thinking of buying in Cape Coral, ask yourself, are you buying an asset or a burden? Because while the water looks calm, the undercurrent is pulling everything down. Number 3. Naples. Paradise cracked from above. That's how locals now describe Naples. Once untouchable, a sanctuary of wealth, elegance, and security, Naples in 2025 still looks pristine. Palm trees sway along Fifth Avenue, fine dining glows under warm lights, but beneath it spreads unease. The median home price has dropped nearly 14% in 12 months. Ocean View mansions, once listed at $12 million, now relist for $9 million, even $8.2 million, with no buyers. The wealthy are leaving. Insurance costs exceed $20,000 per year, property taxes rise, maintenance, security, healthcare, all climbing. Naples is no longer for peace, one broker said. It's only for those who can afford the luxury of worry. Affluent residents move north, Tennessee, the Carolinas, taking capital with them. Luxury resorts feel it. Fine dining slows. A jeweler said, they used to buy diamonds like coffee. Now they say, maybe next month. Naples' collapse is quiet. No panic, no chaos. Just private jets departing silently and discreet for sale signs hidden behind flowers. Luxury real estate revenue is down 32%. Transactions under $1 million are rising, a sign even the upper middle class is retreating. One story rippled statewide. A prominent plastic surgeon sold his Gordon Drive mansion after receiving a $38,000 annual fire insurance bill. "I can afford it," he said. "I just don't see a reason to stay." When even the wealthy lose faith, paradise fractures from the top down. Number 2. Orlando. By mid-2025, the media began calling Orlando the city of costly illusions. From above, it still glitters. Disney lights shimmer across lakes, Universal's lines snake endlessly, music floats through warm summer nights. But beyond the spectacle, a quiet crisis is drowning the people who actually live there. Orlando was once a symbol of opportunity, jobs, tourism, hope, but as visitors thinned, the dream fractured. In Q2 of 2025, international arrivals fell nearly 11% year over year. That number sounds small, but for a tourism-dependent city, it means tens of thousands of lost jobs, hundreds of shuttered businesses, and thousands of empty Airbnbs. Visit Orlando reports hotel revenue down 18%, with occupancy at its lowest since the pandemic. Resorts near Lake Buena Vista have shut down temporarily, even during peak season, something unheard of. As tourism cash dries up, residents feel it first. In Orange County, the average two-bedroom rent now exceeds $2,400 per month, while median household income sits near $4,200. Disney workers, hotel staff, and service employees can no longer afford the city they keep running. A hotel manager said it plainly, "We can build resorts, we can't keep workers. They can't live here." Home prices are falling fast. Redfin shows Orlando's median price down 8.7% in 12 months, while inventory surged 25%. A Davenport home once sold for $480,000 now lists for $390,000. Many buyers from the low-rate boom are trapped, owing more than their homes are worth. They can't sell, they can't refinance. Locals call it the Disney bubble, dazzling outside, hollow within. Interest rates above 7%, insurance up nearly 40% since 2023, and families now face impossible choices: mortgage or coverage. One family in Claremont canceled flood insurance after their $2,400 premium became unaffordable. 3 months later, heavy rain destroyed their floors. "I used to take my daughter to watch fireworks," the father said. "Now all I hear is water dripping in our living room." But the deepest cut came from service inflation. Orlando now ranks among Florida's fastest rising regions for goods and services, up 8.5% in early 2025. Tickets, food, gas, groceries, everything costs more. A family of 4 now spends nearly $2,000 for a single park trip. Domestic tourists are pulling back. The lights are on, but revenues are falling. Meanwhile, foreclosures have jumped 32%, the highest in Florida. Repossessed homes flood the market at lower prices, dragging values down further. One story silenced the room. Maria Torres, 59, a hotel housekeeper for 27 years, finally bought a small condo in Ocoee. This year, taxes and insurance rose another $3,000. She took night shifts to survive. "I used to clean rooms for tourists. Now I clean my own so the bank doesn't take it." Orlando still glows, but beneath the lights are foreclosed homes, exhausted workers, and dreams quietly slipping away. The magic didn't disappear, it just became unreachable. Number 1. Miami. Miami in 2025 still dazzles. Music pulses through South Beach, supercars line Brickell Avenue, nightlife burns bright. But beneath the neon is a fever. The city grew too fast, and now it's overheating. Median home prices are down 10.6% in 9 months, while inventory hits record highs. After the pandemic, foreign money flooded in, doubling prices. Then rates rose, the dollar strengthened, credit tightened, and investors pulled out. High-rise condos now glow half-dark at night. Rents have soared past $3,200 per month, rivaling New York. 32% of renters spend over half their income on housing, an unsustainable ratio. Tourism is weakening. International visitors are down 9%, especially from Canada and Europe. Ocean Drive bars sit half empty. Airbnbs remain vacant. Then came the final blow: financial crime investigations. Hundreds of luxury condos have been frozen or seized due to sanctioned foreign assets. When dark money vanished, the market lost its oxygen. Miami is vibrant and fragile. If Florida's collapse spreads inward, Miami is the first flame, brilliant, fast, and burning itself out. Florida is changing, harsher, faster, more honestly than ever. Prices may recover. Confidence will not easily return. Don't trust the sunshine. Trust the numbers. Those who see the wave coming are the ones who still have time to step aside. Florida still looks beautiful on the surface. The sun still rises, the water still sparkles, the palm trees still sway in the breeze. But underneath all that beauty, something has shifted. This isn't just about falling prices or rising insurance. It's about confidence, the one thing every market depends on. And once that confidence cracks, it doesn't come back overnight. Florida may recover someday, or this may be remembered as the moment the illusion finally broke. Either way, the people who see the wave early are the ones who still have a choice. If you're living here, investing here, or dreaming of retiring here, pause. Look beyond the sunshine. Look at the numbers. Look at the long game. Because paradise doesn't disappear in one storm. It fades quietly while everyone else is still looking at the view. If this video helped you see what most people are ignoring, leave a comment below. Your experience might be the warning someone else needs. And if you want to stay ahead of what's really happening to housing, migration, and the American dream, subscribe.